So, tankers, Tortoise in an open field. A lot of you think Tortoise is only a city fighting tank. There's a reason I give this thing a spar liner as its third piece of equipment. So, for those wondering, that is vents, rammer, spar liner. A lot of people will tell you, why don't you put a spar liner on it? I'm slow. I'm already bait in open fields. I know this. You would be shocked and awed at the amount of health the spar liner shaves off. Just to give you a point of reference, if it already hits my front plate, the effective thickness of my armor goes up over 100 millimeters, which means that it's saving me 100 hit points. Hits my side, it's saving me 50 hit points. Which you think, well, that's not very much. Well, I've already hit. Well, if there's 3 enemy artillery and all 3 of them hit me, because I'm a slow, easy-to-hit target. Again, quick to accelerate, not a lot of top speed. So it has a nice, powerful engine, but no transmission. Oh well, we can drive with that. What are they commenting on here? I think they're commenting on somebody's penetration or somebody's armor. Driving forward, and our AMX-12T has already bit the dust. So, let's get ready for some shenanigans. I also notice the following. We have 3 tanks on the 1-2 line. We have 4 heavies and a... Did our Ferdinand really go to the middle? No, he's on the other side. We have 4 heavies and a Ferdinand that could defend over there. And I also don't realize right now that I'm firing APCR. If I did, I would switch to AP immediately because I can punch the front of a KV-3's turret with standard AP rounds. There's 2. By the way, KV-3, I love you so much. Not really, but you're effectively crippled now. And it's at this point I go, oh, I'm firing APCR. Whoops! Talk about overmatch. Here's 350 pen. I only needed 240. Whoops! I'm sick. Oh well, it worked. I see the Patton. I see a need to engage the Patton because he's in a position that I think I can shoot. And there he is. And there he goes! Talk about shenanigans. So now I'm moving forward. There's a light tank here who could proxy light me. So I know I need to stay at least 50 meters away from him if I can help it. And I really can't. I need to engage this Yak Panther. And deny the kill by RNG. My average damage is supposed to be 400. And you notice my last couple of damage rolls have definitely not been near 400. 350s and a 370. RNG, I don't like you right now. Alright, so our proxy spotter's gone. We now have a prototype and a KB-3 engaging us. And I turn, and again, you always want to try to get it where you're coming around a corner and your right side is shielded. Put 1 into the prototype. Sit up here and get all arranged, and now I'm advancing forward because it's an intimidating thing to have this thing just rolling towards you and not showing signs of stopping. You notice my angle is always shifting back so that my right side is further away, making it harder to hit that commander's cupola, especially when I have to move out in the open. And I start to move up and go towards their base and stop. I turn around. Here's why. I'm looking at our 1-2 line and our base. Our base is now being capped by a fresh enemy 704. Well, not so fresh anymore. And our 1-2 line is being held by a single tank. Our Ferdinand, who was helping hold the center, is now gone as well. So effectively, we're in trouble. Lots of trouble. Cap fast T-34. I'm in a Tortoise. The other person who was close to the caps in an AT-7. Nothing happens fast. Exactly, Co Jackson. We're in tanks where nothing really happens that quickly, especially when we need to move more than 100 meters. So I get over this hill, and I just start rolling. And I know things are bad. If we can get a single reset, and I tell them, one reset and we're good, because if we can get a single reset, we have a full health, completely undamaged Tortoise on its way back. And I've proven myself to this team with 3 kills. They know I can do the job, but they've got to give me one reset, and there it is. There is my save. Now I can get into position and engage the enemy. I tell the E-75 to go in and I'll cover him. Now, the E-75 does listen, and we are I am trying to communicate as much as I can. I'm sorry, AT-7, I couldn't save you. You went in too far, and there's nothing I can do. The Object 704 is mocking us. I don't know if he'll be mocking us here later or not. We'll find out. So I get in position. I have the base covered. I should be able to see anything that gets onto our cap. And I'm like, oh, 704. Hi, how are you? He now knows I'm here. And I fire a second blind shot just in case I haven't hit him. Now the problem I have is the E-75 went that way. At a certain point, as of right now, anything he spots, I can't cover. And I know it, so I've got to go in. Now, a lot of you are thinking, you just drowned your Tortoise. You're right. I probably would have if I was a lesser player. But I know what I'm doing. The Tortoise is actually incredibly hard to drown so long as you keep the gun and the engine intake out of the water. And it climbs so very well. I would not be surprised if the mountain was sitting like this and the Tortoise was just rolling right up it like there was no tomorrow. Because what you're about to see, even with the current physics engine, look at that. Look at that. I'm damn near 60 degrees sideways and still going forward on that hill like it's nobody's business. And the next thing is, I want to get the high ground. I want them to have to shoot up at me just to decrease the probability they can even see the commander's cupola, much less hit that hatch on my right side. And tell the E-75, just fall back to me as quick as you can. Object 704 is so pissed. Apparently he pounced the E-75. You can't just derp your way through the front plate of an E-75. I don't care what you're flinging. IS-6 gets a side shot on my friend. No, it doesn't, 704. I'm sorry. But in the meantime, I'm moving. I'm thinking I'm going to engage the IS-6, who's now completely wasted. I'm looking out that way, and I go, oh! That's TI! Eat it. You really want to sit there? Okay. And the time it takes you to aim, I'm going to shoot another shot. Now this is surprising to me. I actually bounced. I'm guessing I hit it at a bad angle. Loading an APCR shell for the T-28. IS-6, this is not for you. This is for him because it's time to fire the Flame Gold. I have to make sure this guy goes down quick. IS-6, AP round. Nope, HE. Because you think, 89 hit points, I should just be able to HE this guy. I must have hit him on the gun. Thankfully, I don't actually pay for it. Switch back to AP shells. Time to go. Super Pershing. Ow. Aiming at the Super Pershing. I'm having to sit still to make sure my aim's on. Because I cannot afford this right now. Already hits me. Spall-liner saves me. That is the only explanation I can give for that broadside already hit not killing me. And I advertised for recruiting because I was asked to during Christmas to advertise while we were making 17K a day. We're still making 3,000-4,000 gold a day, but still. And apparently, at the end of the year, we were ranked as number 5. You know what? Screw it. I'm not giving any more plugs for my clan. If you want to join, you want to join. If you don't, screw it. Starting to load an HE shell for this artillery piece. I want the possibility of one-shotting him. I'm rolling forward. And I am just beat up. The front of my tank looks like a bad child's drawing. The IS-6 must have been firing a gold shell with a high pin, because that's where he pinned me. The Super Pershing got a pin down here and a pin on my top armor. I'm not sure who shot me there or there, but oh well. I changed back to AP because I remember something. The M5355 actually has enough armor that most tanks high explosive will not penetrate. It's a sad fact, but it's one of the few artillery pieces that you can't consistently pin with high explosive unless you're firing from an RU or a genuine 150mm derp cannon. Come on. Limp my way up here. I want my Walter Radley medal. Wait. It is at this point I come to the realization also that unless the M5355 comes and gets me, I'm not going to get a Walter Radley. However, we only have 3 minutes left. I need to make sure this is a win. I'm going to cap. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Tortoise made it to the enemy base. I drove most of the way there, turned around, came back to my own base, cleaned up all the stuff my team didn't take care of, and then I came back to the enemy base, and now I'm sitting here capping. Yeah, you guys saw it all, right? Already flings a shell, and I'm like, ew, shit. So I'm going to move as close to the outside of the circle as I can. The other option for where I could move to would be directly under where he just flung that round. He's going to get one more shot, and likely, I don't know an artillery player in the world who would fire a shot at the same place twice. If he does manage to hit me, though, we will lose. And I recognize this, so I'm trying to have as little of my tank in the cap circle as possible so when he flings a shell, it doesn't actually hit me. I'm also facing this way. The reason for that is if he hits my front, I will have the most armor and therefore the highest probability of actually still surviving the initial impact. And with 2 tanks on cap, we could still out-cap him if he were to fire a shell anytime before 50%. By the way, the Tortoise is scoring invader level points. That's right! A Tortoise just invaded a base! What are you going to do about it? Yeah. So, as I said, very high acceleration, very consistent speed. Slow but steady wins this race. In the meantime, let's actually go look at the total for the game. So, in the stunning conclusion to, this is my Abbey, these are my monks, we have Sniper, High Caliber, Invader, Top Gun, in a Tortoise. Total damage dealt to the enemy is going to be 4,800. The E75 was a huge help there, and the Ferdinand held that 9 line like his life depended on it. It really did, but he couldn't hold out forever. But he did an excellent job holding them off, as did the other tanks on that line. Our artillery got some decent shots in, so this overall was actually a pretty good team to work with. I only bounced 3 shots. A couple of those penetrations were actually getting hit from the side. But yeah, amazing tank, amazing gun. Because I fired those APCR rounds at the start, though, I did not make very much money. I didn't even realize I was still shooting APCR until I dumped 3 rounds out and then looked down and went, oh, whoops. But this is the Tortoise. This is how you use it. Now, one of the things that somebody's going to comment on is I got hit by artillery. Duh. I'm in a Tortoise or an AT series tank. You bring the spall liner, you automatically just assume Artie's going to hit me. I'm big, I'm slow, I'm easy to hit. Just accept that Artie's going to hit you and move on. But other than that, this has been an excellent time to show you guys the Tortoise. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that these videos help everyone on their 183 track to get their big Death Star cannon. Please feel free to comment, let me know something, leave some feedback, or subscribe. This is Fiaura the Tank Girl signing out.